Hi, this is Reena from Reena Davis Yoga and Wellness. And I thought I would just come to you today and share a little bit about working your core. So I think that a lot of people, when they hear, you got to keep your core tight or you have to work your core more often to keep strong, they aren't exactly sure what that means. And so I thought I'd like to share that with you today because we've done a lot of core work in my yoga classes this week. So one of the things is it's not just about abdominal work. So it's not just doing crunches. Your core muscles are deeper. They're the muscles that exist underneath that abdominal wall and along the oblique muscles. And some of them under the main oblique muscles are your transverse abdominis, which is really important for keeping strong and aligned and keeping nice and long through your body so that your spine is strong. Some of the other ones are, the muscles underneath this big rectus abdominis, this whole wall of muscles. And we get in closer to the spine then and keep that spinal column nice and strong. And we also want to work through the back muscles. So the low back, the mid back especially, we want to get really strong. So one of the things that we do when working core is in yoga especially is called a root lock or mula bandha, and this is very much associated with your root chakra, the mula chakra, if you will, root chakra. The way that you do that is you engage your anal sphincter muscle, you engage the genital muscles, and there's an area right between there that's called the pelvic floor, and that area you want to kind of pull up into. And that's a sensation like when you really need to pee and you have to hold it. You want to pull up there. And as you pull up there, you'll feel some engagement in those really low abdominal muscles. And you can kind of think about a J motion as you pull in and up right below your belly button. So that's how you hold that mula bandha. And that'll help you get deep into these core muscles that we want to get into. So the other thing is that we're more thinking about bracing through the abdominal muscles as opposed to just squeezing in. So a lot of times, especially through the 90s, and we're kind of still stuck on this, we think about pulling our belly button to the back, and there are times that that's a good thing to do. But in general, when you're working around these core muscles, it's more about bracing. So if you were laying on the floor and a cannonball was going to fall from the sky and you needed to brace for that impact, that's what you want to do when you're working your core muscles. So once you have that engagement through the whole area, so you're thinking about all four directions engaging and lengthening, then you start working the exercises for your core. So I'm going to share a little bit about how to do that in another video, but I just wanted to introduce you to the idea of what we're talking about when we talk about the core and how to work it. A lot of times this means plank poses, which we did a whole lot of this week in class. I'm not sure if they loved it or not. It means abdominal work like your traditional crunches. It means getting into the back with poses that, or exercises really, that are called Superman or opposite leg lifts and things of that nature, and so much more. So like I said, I'm going to share a little bit more about the actual exercises you can use to work your core, but it would be great if you would practice just pulling in and up right below that belly button and engaging that pelvic floor for now. See you next time. Thanks.